Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Hain Education. So this is about the practice exam past paper video series. So today I will be starting off with the Cambridge Assessment International Education. So which is about the Cambridge IGCSE Biology, February, March 2019. And this is for paper 22 code, so which is the multiple choice extended. So we will do this paper together and hope you also get to check your past paper and how to approach to the multiple choice. So starting off with questions number one, a living organism, it can make its own food. So making own food, get rid of toxic material, detect and respond, right? So making its own food mean it can be nutrition. So it is N. Getting rid of toxic mean E and detect S. So from the MRSGREN, we already got one N, E, and S. What are the four processes, right? So the question asks, are there four processes? So whatever we left with is movement, respiration, growth, and reproduction. So we got all these four is growth, movement, reproduction, and respiration. So the answer is C. And number two, correct way of writing a binomial system. So binomial system mean we got two name, right? By mean two, nomial naming system. And only the first letter have to be alphabet, it have to be capital, and the everything is in small, and it also have to be italic. So the answer is A for number two. And number three, we got a magnified human liver cell. So this is in a way that telling us it is an animal cell. And what is the structure H? So obviously it is not cytoplasm, it is not mitochondria, and it is not nucleus. So whatever is left is the rough endoplasmic reticulum or rough ER. And question number four, they said the diagram show two cells and we can see animal cells and plant cell. Which processes can be carried out? Which process can be carried out by only one of these cells? It's a only one. So number one, controlling the chemicals reaction in the cells, which is every cells can control it and both of them can control it. And controlling movement of substance into the cell, it is also about cell membrane, so both can do it. Making starch inside the cells. Okay, making starch inside the cell. This can be about photosynthesis. So uh this might be the answer. And number D, using glucose inside the cells, right? So using glucose, it is respiration and which both cells can perform. So the correct answer is C because it only photosynthesis can be only performed by the plant cells. And number five, we got a cross-sectional area of a root, and they show you root hairs, xylem, and the root. So the root hair and xylem are part of the same. So it should be the part of the same organism, right? Because it is from a plant and it is from a root. So it should be organ. So the correct answer for number five is C, right? Because it is part of a plant. So plant is an organism and the root is an organ. So that's why you have to choose number C. And for number six is about magnification questions. So I would start off with the formula. Magnification equal to image size divided by actual size. So here they already give you the length of line XY is 26. So which is the image size, and they already gave you the actual size is 4 millimeter. The units are same. We don't need to convert anything. So it will be 26 divided by 4. So 26 divided by 4, it would give you 6.5. So it's 6.5 times. So the correct answer is B. And then number seven, a frog is an animal and it's permeable to oxygen and carbon dioxide. So swimming in the pond water, which direction would there be a net diffusion of oxygen and carbon dioxide? So animal, so animals will perform respiration, right? So oxygen have to enter into the frog from the water, and from the respiration, the products of carbon dioxide, the products of respiration, carbon dioxide were released from the frog into the water. So the correct answer is A, right? Because from the frog into the water is exhale, it's like human exhaling carbon dioxide, and inhaling is oxygen. And number 8, which process only involve the movement of water? So I always remind that movement of water is, you don't need to double think or you don't need to doubt yourself. So it will be the osmosis. So the answer is C. And number 9, which statement about biological molecules is correct? So DNA contain the base ATCG. Okay, this might be the answer. Number B, glycogen is made from glycerol molecules. So not glycerol, it should be glucose molecules. Oils are made from amino acid and glucose. No, fats are made from fatty acid and glycerol. So fatty acids and glycerol. And proteins are made from fatty acid. No, proteins are made from amino acid. So the correct answer is number A. The diagram shows the effect of an enzymes working in the human digestive system. So we can see that protein broken down into amino acid, and obviously pH already given 1.5 and temperature 37. So human body and pH, acidic pH, so it might be in the stomach. So what would reduce the rate of production? So the question said, what would reduce the rate of productions of amino acids? So they want to get the product's amino acid. So number A, removing the amino acid as they form. So by removing the product, it can increase, not decrease. So it will increase, not decrease. So A is not correct. Increasing the amount of protein. Again, when there is a lot of reactant, then again, there will be a lot of products forming. So B is also incorrect. Number C, raising the temperature to 37.1. Okay, you may say like, oh, it's increasing, but it's only 0.1 and it will not have that much effect. It may have effect, but not that much, or maybe it's not at all. But number D, raising the pH to 7.5. So this might be a problem because originally the original optimum pH is 1.5, and if you are changing to alkaline condition, then of course the enzyme will denature, and that would be the answer for number 10. Number 11, involved in digestive enzymes such as maltase. So which is the substrate? This is again very obvious. So that would be the B, right? So enzyme, active site, substrate, and products. For number 12, it's an experiment about photosynthesis. And if you remember the equation, so photosynthesis produce oxygen gas. So the answer would be oxygen, and it is D. And number 13, what will happen to a green plant in soil that is deficient in nitrate ion? So nitrate is needed for the growth of the plant. So by having large leaf, this is incorrect. And then, okay, and poor root growth, purple leaf. Purple leaf is not correct, right? Because purple leaf is, the color is about chlorophyll. Small leaf, okay. Thin stem, that would be the answer. And here, thick stem is not correct. So the correct answer is C. And number 14, what is meant by chemicals digestion? So chemicals digestion is breaking down of large insoluble molecules into small soluble molecules. And very simple and straightforward, it is answer A. Number 15, show you a graph concentration of maltose in different part of the alimentary canal, mouth, stomach, small intestine, and what causes the change in concentration of eggs. So concentration of eggs mean it is decreasing, and most of the student, they got confused because here it's given maltose, not lactose or not a glucose, and they thought that it's assimilation. Our body cannot absorb maltose as it is, so it have to be further broken down into glucose. So the answer should be the action of maltase, right? Because maltase will break down maltose into glucose. So the maltose concentration get decreased. Number 16, they show you about a plant stem and tissue 1 and tissue 2. So tissue Two is inside. So if it is inside, it's me what? So you need to think about xylem and phloem, right? So tissue one, it's outside. So that will be the phloem. Phloem is only for transport. And tissue two, xylem, it is transport and support, right? So the answer is B, right? So you need to know which one is xylem and which one is phloem. So tissue one is phloem and tissue two is xylem. Number 17, show you a leaf structure. And after 30 minutes, which part of a leaf from this should will contain the red dye? So basically, it is asking about xylem. So in this diagram, xylem is number C, exercise C. Number 18, the diagram show a section through a fish heart and the direction of blood flow. So you can see atrium, ventricle, and that is the fish. So it is single circulation. After leaving the heart, where will the blood flow to the neck? So single circulatory system, body to the heart to gills, gills to body. So the answer is C, right? So if you remember, so fish, they have single circulation, single circulation. So we have body, body to the heart, heart to the gills to gas exchange, and it will go back to the body. So the answer is gills. Number 19, they show you three places which are in the right atrium, right ventricle, and left ventricle. So you can note that among these three chambers, the highest pressure would be in the left ventricle. So it is obvious that this is left ventricle, right? This will be left ventricle and two more line left. And out of this two line, which one would have the higher pressure? So it will be the right ventricle because the function of the atrium, they are to receive the blood, but for the ventricle, they are to pump the blood. And the question said, what is the pressure in the right ventricle? Okay, right ventricle. When the left ventricle, it has maximum pressure. So here, the maximum pressure is around here. Okay, let me move a bit up. So this is the maximum. And then they are asking the pressure in the right ventricle. So I think we have to come down like this. And then you can see here. So it is around 3 kilopascals. So the answer is C. Number 20, the body have different types of defense, and then they give you about this. And which defense help to prevent pathogens reaching the alveoli when breathing in, right? So from breathing in. So antibodies, no, it will not. Hairs in the nose, yes, it is because it can trap or it can filter the pathogens. So number 2 is possible. Number 3, mucus, yes, it's also in the trachea. For skin, no. So the answer should be number C as well. And number 21 is you need to learn it. So oxygen and carbon are outside and it's in the inspire air. So it's mean breathing in. So when you breathe in, there is a 20% oxygen and around 0.04% of carbon outside. So that is answer C. The flow diagram show about glucose can be broken down. Okay, so number 1 is aerobic respiration, 2 is anaerobic, 3 also anaerobic. So which route involve the actions of enzymes? So all the respiration reaction, they require enzymes. So the answer is D, right? Because every part of the respiration, they required enzymes. And the graph showed the lactic acid concentration in blood during after exercise and which process account for the shape of the graph at Z or Z. So it's mean the lactic acid is decreasing. So it's mean oxygen depth. So we are repaying the oxygen depth. So it's breakdown of lactic acid using oxygen. So it will be aerobic respiration of lactic acid and it's happen in the liver. And then kidney tubule, where does filtration occur? So it will be at the glomerulus. And then section of the human eyes and what would happen when a person look at an object that is far away, right? So it's me about accommodation, so far away. So suspensory ligaments, they will get tightened and then lens, they become thinner, right? So it can see the far away object. So the answer is D. 26, what statement about adrenaline is correct? So adrenaline causes pupil to narrow. No, it get wider. Adrenaline increases. Okay, adrenaline increases blood glucose concentration. That is possible because it's produce glucagon and break down glycogen into glucose. So this is might be secretion increase when at rest. No, at rest it will decrease or it will be at normal. Adrenaline slow down the pulse rate. No, it didn't. So it doesn't. So the answer is B. And for number 27, it's about oxen. So grow to the left, right? Grow to the left. And light is coming from the above. So for number A, it will just grow straight forward. Number B, no growth. Number C, it is also like producing oxen. So I feel like this side would grow and then this side will be a lot of more oxen and it might grow this side, right? It is to the left, to the right. And here in this case, this side more and then they will grow toward it. So to the left, then the answer is D, right? The answer is D. And MRSA is methicillin resistant staphylococcus aureus. So it is bacteria. So answer is number A. Okay. And then number 29 is what describe the human's reproduction? So egg cells, they are haploid, sperm haploid, and zygote diploid. So it is answer C. And then they show about the menstrual cycle. So what is the hormone? So you can see that it increased before day 14. Day 14 is the day of ovulation. So before the LH secretion. So that should be the estrogen, right? Because estrogen secrete and then it stimulate the LH and inhibit the FSH. What happened as a result of mitosis? So genetically identical cells produce yes. Chromosome number half, no. So the answer is B. Which parents could produce offspring with blood group O, right? So producing blood group O, so which is IOIO. So both the parents have to be heterozygous. So for the heterozygous, okay, father with A and heterozygous. Okay, so the answer is A, right? Because the only then they can produce because father it will be okay, sorry. Father it will be he will be IAIO and mother she will be IBIO. Then only this and this will produce blood group OIOIO. Number 33, development of antibiotic resistant bacteria is an example of this is very straightforward. It's about natural selection. And correct definition of genes mutation. So genes mutation is when there is a change in the base sequence of DNA, right? So it's in the base sequence, not in the genes, not in the number of amino acid, not in the number of chromosomes. Energy flow through a food chain. So first entered the food chain. So meaning that if you remember, so the energy, the ultimate source of energy we get is from sunlight. So sunlight enter into the food chain from the producer. So the answer is light. Which organisms are responsible for removing nitrate ions, right? So removing nitrate ions. So it will be denitrifying bacteria as well as the plants, not nitrogen fixing, right? Because nitrogen fixing, it will provide more, like taking nitrogen and then like they provide nitrates and everything needed for the plants. And then what are all reasons why bacteria are useful in genetic engineering? So it's about genetic engineering. So they are very small, yes, correct. They do not need large container, correct. They have no mitochondria. This is not about genetic engineering, right? Because we do not care about mitochondria, we care about plasmid. They produce asexually. Okay, this could be the useful about genetic engineering. They can double their numbers in 20 minutes in good condition. Okay, this is fine. They have cell wall. No, we don't care about cell wall in genetic engineering. They have same genetic code as other. Okay, this is true. They have plasmid. True. Lack of ethical concern. Yes, so this might be the answer. Okay, their DNA is not in a nucleus. That's already wrong. So the answer is C. Which statement describes the role of DNA ligase? So DNA ligase is for joining. Oh, so it's already there. So the answer is join the human genes to the plasmid. And what must always be available to allow seeds to germinate? So seed germination doesn't require to have a photosynthesis. So light is not correct. Carbon dioxide, no. Minerals, no need. And the answer is water. And last to this paper, which list correctly describe the sequence of events of eutrophication? So eutrophication, decreased growth of plants, dead plants decompose, increase, no, this is not correct. So A is not correct. Increased growth of plants, okay, and then those plants they decomposed, okay, and increase in aerobic and decrease in dissolved oxygen. Okay, this might be decreased growth of plants, no, no. And then plants die, dead plants decompose, decrease, no, this one is not. So the answer is B. Okay, so this is all about this paper. So where we have 40 questions and you get 45 minutes in your real exam paper. And yes, if you have any questions or any doubt regarding the answer discussion, so you can give a comment to my video. So thank you so much and hope to see you all in another past paper video series. So thank you so much. Have a great day and bye-bye.